Hey there, DeltaMu here. So in this video, I go over the Donner B1 synthesizer, which I have right here. Small little guy. I do an unboxing, and it is my first impression of the product. It's really my first glance at it. I literally am reading the menu as I go over this. So this isn't really a tutorial, it's more of a first look. A tutorial I'll probably do later on. Not a complicated product, so easy to use, but that video will come later on. So for now, here's my first look. All right, so we have the Donner B1, well, as the packaging says, B1 analog bass sequencer. I keep calling it a synth, which I'm sure I'm not wrong. It says it right there as well, but they call it a synthesizer sequencer. Some contact information for, let's see, UK and EU, nothing for the States, made in China. And then on the back, it shows us some of the connectivity and has a little to say. So let's see what we have here. B1 analog bass sequencer key feature. Legendary bass line sequencer for bass and groove sounds. True analog circuitry with matched transistors. Pure analog signal path based on legendary VCO, VCF, and VCA designs. Easy to use 16-step sequencer with 128 user patterns. 4 low pass resonant filter with cutoff, resonance, envelope, decay, and accent controls. So yeah, if we got to see the box, it would have answered my question I had before, how many steps we have, and it's limited to 16. Not surprising. Would have been cool if they could have gave us more, but I'm not going to complain about that. It's supposed to be a clone of 303, and that was kind of what the 303 was. So let's open this up. I've already took the liberty of cutting that. So let's just flip the tab. See what we have here. All right, looks like some pretty good packaging. A manual, that's good, especially since there's nothing online, so this is very valuable. Make sure not to lose this. This is probably some cables. Yeah, it's our 9-volt wall wart. Actually, it's relatively small. Wow, that's cool. I like the small form factor. Actually, let me pull it out so you guys can see it better. Yeah, pretty small. Not what I was expecting, which is good. I like that. I'm probably not going to use it. I'm probably going to strictly stay to USB. A little easier to use for me. Let's pull it out. Okay, let's put the foam to the side. I may have to check that box the power cable was in, because I hope it would come with a USB cable or something. No. Surprisingly, does not come with a USB-C. It's a, what, A or whatever B. A little disappointing, but I have plenty of those because that's kind of a standard nowadays. You know, you got your phone or whatever, it's going to use the same thing. So, pull it out of here. Put that to the side. Cool. On-off switch. 9-volt, 500 milliamps, USB-C, MIDI out, in, and a main out, which I believe is mono. Pretty sure it's mono. Cool. And then let's see what we have on the front here. Bring it a little closer for you guys. We have an auxiliary in, headphone jack, sync in, and sync out. So I guess you can use that for pocket operators, Volcas, which I have those. So that's going to be kind of cool. I can actually mix this in with my Volcas. And what else do we have here? Let's check out some of these things we have on top. So the first switch, wave, which looks like a sawtooth and square, it's labeled twice as VCO in pitch. And then there's a filter section, cutoff, resonance, depth, envelope, and decay is on one knob, and then accent. Lower section is saturation or overdrive. On-off switch for that, drive, tone. Delay's got a pretty decent section here. On-off switch, level, time, and feedback, and a large master. Nice. And then the buttons on the side. All right. We got here up and down, octave, tempo tap, which I do enjoy that. I really like a tempo tap. I do like my Akai MPK Mini because it has that. I kind of always have it on the side just so I can have the tap tempo feature on hand. Play stop, chord edit, pattern, save, clear, reset, gate length, accent, ratchet, slide, arp, and hold. Pretty cool. So it looks pretty straightforward. So I guess next thing to do is power it up, read the manual a little bit, or not, and see what happens. Let's take some time to explore the user manual and get to learn a little bit about this synthesizer here that, well, Donner doesn't really want to tell us unless you buy it. Let's see. Contents. Panel introduction. Setting octave. Setting tempo. Keyboard mode. Creating a pattern. Saving pattern. Importing pattern. Playback pattern. Sequencer. Step edit mode. Arpeggiator. MIDI device connections. MIDI related settings. Sync in out. Sync in out related settings. Power on commands. ARP. System exclusive data. And B1 analog bass sequencer specifications. Ooh, couldn't even say that the first time. So looking at the panel, as we were looking at the back before, we have our main out on the far right, looking at the back of the panel, which is a 1/4 inch TS mono output connection. That outputs overall signal and is connected by master knob. Controlled by master knob. MIDI in. MIDI input connector that inputs MIDI messages and can support the use of external MIDI devices. MIDI out, yeah, you guys know the same. Now let's see what it says for C. MIDI USB-C. Type-C connector that connects to the host computer for firmware updates and transmit USB MIDI data. Okay. Doesn't say it powers it with that. I'll find out in a minute. And then 5 is our power unit. And let's see, on-off switch. And then what goes over the front, our aux in, which is 1/8 inch TS. Used for connecting other audio signals and outputting mixed signals with the sound of the B1 through main out. Let's see. Actually, pretty much this is all self-explanatory. All right, so let's power it up. believe it is setting up. Let's turn up the master. Oh. Alright, pitch kind of clicks right back at 0, which is nice. Keys are not velocity sensitive, which I was expecting. I don't know if you're using an ice controller, that's different, but for this device, it does nothing. Turn the distortion on. Get a little more drive. Nice tone. Let's make it dirty. Nice, nice. It's cool distortion. Kind of wish it was crunchier, but personal. You could always add stuff afterwards. Resonance. Depth. The envelope. Okay. Negative. I'm not quite noticing it there. That's accent. I don't think that's going to help me right now. Check out the delay. Switch it on. Just crank it up to get maximum effect here. Max time, max feedback. I guess that is synced with tempo. So, tempo tap. Yeah, whatever. We go up. Let's see what the highest tempo is on this. 240. Tempo, let's drop it down to 40 is the lowest. I guess it doesn't match. So it's fun to play with the time. But yeah, I think I need to spend a little more time with this and figure out actually how to program it. So yeah, a few things I would want to say about this. Really wish that it could have been powered by the USB-C rather than the 9-volt wall wart. You know, it's a small one, but it definitely does not make the thing easy to use, because since you always got to have an outlet involved, and well, a lot of people, you know, with these small things, are kind of on the go, or you know, so some people working on laptops, they like the convenience of, you know, just working wherever. And something like this would be cool that you could bring along and, do something with, easily fit in your bag, but you're tethered by this, which is a disappointment. If you had USB-C, you could at least, carry a little backup battery. A lot of people got them nowadays for their phones. You could plug it into your laptop or something and power it off that way. Even if we had a battery option, some kind of pop-in, double A's or whatever, or even a rechargeable lithium battery, that would have been ideal. Actually, really, at least have a few hours, and then you can kind of just plug your headphones in and make some jams on the go, like a Volca or something like that. And I would definitely love to carry this around a lot more than a Volca. A little bit bigger, but it'd definitely be easier to work on. So that would be an improvement. Some kind of battery life or power through USB. All right, so looking at the octave function here, it lets us move up one, that's it, or down one. So we have 2 octaves on the keypad here. So that's gonna go 2, 4, 6 octaves. So yeah, let's give a shout out to the loudest. And then to the lowest. If you can go any lower with the controller, I haven't found out yet. All right, so quickly hooked up a external MIDI controller and can confirm that it is limited to the octave range of this synth itself. Whatever you have access to on this is what it can do. Nothing hidden with a controller. All right, so tempo is set a couple of ways, well, 2 ways with this device. Either with tap tempo. I'm sorry the screen isn't coming through here. Or you could just tap it once and use the up and down keys to be more precise. Hold them to quickly go through, ranging from 40 being the lowest and the highest being 240. And like most other functions, if you leave it alone, it exits. Next up, the accent key. So first you'd have to press the accent key to enable it, and it'll stay on. And then you adjust the volume in the accent with the accent knob. So notes without the accent. And then with the accent, full volume. Kinda hear something with it. Yep. Cool stuff. All right, so the user manual and how to create a pattern kind of gives you a little guide on how to use some of the other features that are involved, such as your ratchet, your accent, gate length, a few other things. So, for my first sequence on this, I'm gonna use this guide. So first, we're gonna activate the record function, and we're gonna short press record edit, which is right here. And then we're gonna initiate the pattern by hitting the clear reset, which is right below. Actually, I just hold it for 2 seconds. There we go. Now it's cleared. Should have checked what the initial pattern was. That would have been cool. Oh well. Missed it on that one. If you get one of these, I would like to know what that is. Or I could just do a factory reset. One or the other. Alright, so step 3, enter note 1. And, you know, it tells you to refer to setting an octave. Let's just keep this simple and just go. Alright, there we go. You gotta hit the octave button to actually set the octave you want to be in first, obviously. Not obviously. Supposedly, as you can see. So we have 1. And let's see. We're gonna set the gate length. So we're gonna hit gate length, which is down here. And we're gonna press up and set it to 4. Which it's already at. Press gate length button again to exit. Step 5, we're gonna add an accent to step 1. So press the accent button to add a brief volume and brightness emphasis to any step. In this case, it's going to be on step 1. The accent button indicator is on to indicate the accent has been added to the step. Accent. Cool. So we're going to go octave again. We're going to keep it at the same. We're going to hit a different note. We're just going to go an octave up. So that's written. All right, and step 7 is teaching us how to do a tie, which is something that's going to be set with the gate length. So we're going to press gate length again, and we're going to set it to 8, which is equivalent to a gate length. And again, set the gate length to 8, which is equivalent to a tie. And then gate length again to exit. And then we're going to hit a different note, because other than that, it's just going to play the note longer. I want to get here the effect of the tie. So let's just go up here. And we're going to set the gate length to 1 on that. So back to gate length to 1. Exit. And hit a different note. We're going to go back down here. We're going to enter a rest. So we press clear rest. Moves on to the next step. And we're going to enter another note. So octave. We're going to go back up here. We're going to add a ratchet to step 6. So we're going to hit ratchet. And we're going to set the value to 2, which will produce 2 notes during the step. You can do up to 4. And then we're going to hit ratchet again to exit. And then for note 7, hit another one. We're going to be just keep it to the same 3 notes and see. And then we're going to do a slide into 8, which I guess we'll do down here on here. So you get a little bit of a slide. So first, let's see, press the slide button, which is bottom corner. And then the slide will be to here. And we're going to hit octave. And that's it. We made our first 8-step a bob thing here. Honestly, I think I set this out wrong because it says we're going to add a rest to 5, and it looks like I added a rest to 6. Well, this is me literally reading through the instructions the first time, so hey, let's see what happens. So we're going to now hit exit. Do exit recording. So that is... Oh, the record edit button. Turn that off. Then we can run it by pressing play. You can see we can adjust the accent on that first step there. No accent. And let's change the tempo. Wow, that drive, you hear it even without any. There we go. All right, yeah, and that's our first sequence. Not that great, but hey, that's how you do it. It may be important to note there is no live recording with this. It is all done through step recording. But you know, of course you can play it live. And you have an ARP function as well. All right, since you only have 16 steps, you do have the 128 or so patterns you have, and if you're playing them, you can actually skip through them. At the end of the pattern, it goes to the next pattern you have up. If you're quick and go to skip a couple. We can add live effects. That was a ratchet. And some slide. Oop. ARP stops it. Don't want to press that, I guess, when you're jamming out. I guess the glide kind of cancels out the ratchet, huh? And you could do a live transposing. So the, I guess sending off center C is where you start off, and I guess you can move up, I believe, 12 octaves. Oh, actually, I just want to make it faster. And it will transpose, I guess, before it even reaches the end of the pattern. So timing is important on that transpose. So now that I'm playing around with the MIDI controller, I found out it is velocity sensitive. It's just the keys on here aren't. So I'll press and hard press. You can hear the difference. Alright, so that's my first look at the Donner B1 synthesizer. Probably not the best look at it, but hey, it's my first look, and once I get to know it a little bit more, I'll post more about it. But till then, check out a song I made using this. All made with this, unprocessed, all the delay and distortion, all the built-in effects. Only thing that's not done on this is the drums and like a vocal sample on the break. But enjoy. Okay, I do want to quickly point out I did have a few dropouts when I was recording it. I guess it might be a MIDI error, but yeah, in the first track here, towards the end, you can see there's a few dropouts. You'll hear it in the song. Could just be a potential glitch between, yeah, like I said, MIDI, but I think it's worth noting.